Hey guys, welcome back to the last day of the fast Facebook. I was going to say Facebook, the Facebook training, but also today we're going to be covering, really connecting with people to get leads. And one of the ways I'm doing this primarily is on Facebook. I will just kind of find people who are in the groups that I'm looking at, and I will go ahead and message them and try to really connect with them and see if they want to maybe generate some ideas together on lead generation or something like that. Then I ask them what they're doing, and then in turn I tell them what I'm doing. And essentially, some of you may very well be from the people I've connected with on Facebook. So here I am. I'm delivering the content that I said I would, as far as like teaching you what I said I was. So I really want to cover copywriting, because copywriting is a thing that if you don't know how to do it, you're probably never going to have success in your business, to be honest. It's the whole complete honest cold truth. If you don't know how to do it, you will not be successful in your business. But if you do know how to do it, man, you can have a lot of fun, make a lot of money, travel the world, spend time with your family, make money while you're sleeping, have more money come in a month than people make in a year, 2 years, even 5 years. Some people, David Wood, who runs the Empower Network, I think the last month he made $750,000. That is like more than someone who's invested, like, I don't know, 20 or 30 years of their life to be a partner of a company. Most people will never see that type of money, even in their lifetime, in a whole 20-year span. But that's a very incredible accomplishment, and there are people in this industry who even make more. So copywriting is a result of, I should say that success is a result of their copywriting and a result of the content that they're putting out. So, I've already shared with you my open rates: 65, 51, 41, 46, 31. I got really high open rates, and I think it's, again, because I try to connect with people, and I really put a strong emphasis into selling the consumption. Okay, you really want to jot that down. If you have a pen or if you have notepad, open it up and type that down, because selling consumption is what is going to get your stuff read, clicked on, seen, and bought. Okay, and that's exactly what you want. So when you sell consumption, essentially what you're doing is you're encouraging, motivating, and influencing people to take the next step by clicking on the link below right now and buying this piece of chapstick for a low price of $1,000. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, when you're trying to sell consumption, you really are just selling that. You're selling the next step so people will read your content, and you really always want to work towards that, because that is what's going to get you people to engage with you on and on and on and on. You don't want to just sell like crazy the first time you met someone. Like, let's just say hypothetically, and don't get any gross ideas here. When I go to the gym, I like to relax in the sauna after I have a nice hard workout, and usually there's some people there. There are some people that I can talk to, like some dudes, and it's a pretty nice gym, so I have an opportunity to connect with a lot of smart people and stuff like that that would be potentially beneficial in other businesses that I'm doing. And so when I'm talking to them, you can't imagine that I'm just like saying, "Hey, what do you do? Oh, you do that? Do you want to buy this from me?" Even though you don't even know my name or what I do or who I am or if you like me. Do you see how that just kind of makes people want to go away from you and be like, "Oh my God, I gotta run." Like, no one wants to be around that type of person. You can just see it in my body language. It's like totally drift away from that type of energy and that type of tonality and that type of body language. No one wants to be around that person. And when you are doing that online by saying, "Buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff," that's the same thing you're doing. Okay? So knock it off. Don't do that anymore. What you really want to do is foster building relationships and connections with people, because that in the long term is what's going to actually lead you to a successful, thriving business over time and for lasting time. If you want a fly-by-night business and you want to promote some like scam that's like it's a get-rich-quick pretty much, then there's plenty of them out there, and the fact of the matter is, it's really the luck of draw with those things. So you can be one of the first people in, first person to start promoting it, and at best case scenario, and I'm not trying to offend anyone here, but I'm going to say it, best case scenario, what you're going to do is you're going to lure in a bunch of not so smart people into something they think is in an authentic system that's going to get them results they want without the effort that's required to achieve it. And at the end of the day, what those types of systems do for us is they put a bad word and a bad name to the entire industry. So if you're promoting something like that, you should stop it, because when you walk around with your friends in real life and they say, "What do you do?" and you say, "I'm an internet marketer," and they say, "Oh, you sell those scam systems," and you're like, "No." How does that make you feel? I mean, obviously what they're saying is not true, and you know what you do, but you don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way. I don't think what I'm doing right now is scamming people. I'm trying to help people, teach them, beneficial and valuable insights so that you can grow your business. And so, really the point of all this is you want to make sure that the consumption you're selling is to things that are legit, ethical, have potential, things like maybe the Viral Success Network or VSN Extreme. Keep that idea. We're still working on it. So ask me about it later, and I might just tell you. So let's just jump right into this. I just wanted to clear that up, because when you sell consumption, that's what's going to get you the results like I have with my open rates, and that's what I've been doing. The first thing, of course, is your headline, like your subject line. I mean, like, let me just look at two messages that have 43% open rates on both of them. That's 13% higher than what the industry considers excellent. So, it's almost like double. So here my heading is, "Congratulations, first name, you've been approved." And then I have another one, first name, "Are you afraid of success?" Since they both have the same open rate, I'm just going to use this one, "Are you afraid of success?" okay, as the example. So, are you afraid of success? The reason I ask this question is because it's a very bold and audacious question to ask people. What it really evokes in people's mind when they read it is, am I afraid of success? Why is he asking me that, unless whatever I'm doing is not something that's going to lead me to the success that I so desire, or at least claim to desire. A lot of people out there say, "Oh, I just want to be rich, I just want to make 10K a month, I just want to finally have these nice things for me and my family and have the time to spend with them and have the ability to travel the world, even though I'm not really interested in putting in the work to get there." So when people tell you that they want to do all these great things and they want to make a difference in the world and they want to spend the time with the people that love them most, but they don't take the action to do it, it kind of makes you think that someone who claims to love life so much, which is what time is made of, the famous quote from Bruce Lee is, "If you love life, you will not waste time," because that is exactly what life is made out of, right? So it makes you wonder, just through this one heading alone, and I'm not digressing or going off on a tangent, through this one headline alone, these 4 words even, "Are you afraid of success?" Are you afraid of success? Really? I mean, have you joined VSN yet? No? Okay, well maybe you are afraid of success. That's what I'm asking you. Are you afraid of success? That's why I say in my email, are you afraid of success? VSN is going to give you the traffic, the leads, the sales. So really, by having not joined yet, you're telling me you're afraid of success. So when I have a headline like that resonates with people, I ask them, "Are you afraid of success?" and they think in their mind like, I must be doing something that indicates to him that I am afraid of success because I'm not doing the things that are necessary for me to actually have the success in which I so claim and do desire. Okay? So now that we got the headline covered and you understand the mentality that you're trying to evoke from people when you're actually speaking or writing to them, let's move on to the headline. And the headline is very important these days because a lot of people, including myself, we go ahead and we test things. We check our emails on our phone. And so you want to make sure that the headline now is just, if not more important than the subject line, because they're going to see the subject line as well. They're going to see the subject line, but they're also going to see the headline, which is like the first sentence in your email. So now that we move on to the next part here, which is the headline, let's just take a moment and see what I have here. So here I have their name, so I say their name twice, and this is what they can see if they're looking at on their phone, for instance. Let me see if I can pull up the email I just sent for you, and then I will get back into it. In any case, so yeah, you can see here, it says Kevin Steineman, Kevin, are you afraid of success? And then the headline says, Kevin, I'm sitting here listening to my sister, and then that's all they can read. And then if I tilt my phone so I can read more, which is how it would show up on like my lock screen on my iPhone, for instance, it says, Kevin, I'm sitting here listening to my sister's college graduation commencement speech. So that headline in and of itself is the beginning of a story. Okay, and there's nothing that people love more. Maybe not as much as information or socializing, because Google, Facebook, and YouTube are the top 3 sites in the U.S. They don't love anything more than being entertained, right? And it's even predicted by 2017 that content marketing will be assumed that will be mostly entertainment, okay? Not so much informational, but rather entertainment. Like if I pull my hair and I go crazy and my head explodes, that's more of like what people probably like you want to see. So just keep that in mind. So the headline there, it really goes and it evokes a story, or it evokes a sentence that could lead into a story. So I put that headline there, and you can see I separate it with nice big white spaces. You want to make sure that things are easy for people to read and not just this mountain of text that's going to have people running for the hills, because who the hell wants to read a mountain of text? Have you ever seen a book or a blog that just had so much text? It's just like, you're like, oh my god, this is like, to me, if I run into that type of stuff, in which cases sometimes I have to do research, but my god, I hate to read that type of stuff because it's just so boring and so dull. You're just like, I think I'm falling asleep. You just like fall asleep, and then so you don't want to have that type of content. In any case, let me just move on because I don't want to spend too much time here. I actually want to go to the gym. So, here's my copy. I said, I'm sitting here listening to my sister's college graduation commencement speech. And when I started writing this, I really was sitting down doing that. And then something the speaker said just hit me hard. He said, have the courage to create a life that leaves a story that matters. And that's directly in line with my Are You Afraid of Success? Because if you truly are successful in your own right, you will have a story that matters. A story that when people ask you, when your grandkids ask you, as you're sitting back in your rocking chair, kind of looking back on your life, and you're thinking about, wow, I'm 80 years old, I'm sitting here, maybe I'm looking across my field of wheat or whatever, on my front porch, and there's not a cloud in the sky. I'm just kind of chilling here, and I think back to all the things I did and all the things I didn't do, and I find now that I've reached this stage in my life, being 80 years old, that what I regret the most is the things I did not do. And that's what makes people different. That's what makes people have experiences and unique stories to tell. So you really need to let that one sink in, as I say in my copy right here. You know, I have a very powerful quote that if they read it, they will understand. So then I go into, you know, so listen, I didn't really know how to spell this out in words, which, you know, I really didn't. I just had to describe it to you in a visual format, how to feel and how to understand this. So instead I made this video, and I had this big ass image here, and I have a call to action that says click play, and then I have the play button right there, so they click it and they go right over to YouTube to watch my video. And then, so, you know, in case they don't want to click it, I say, you know, in the video I talk about what exactly does hard work mean, what does it mean to work towards your dreams, and what does it mean for every moment you neglect them. Because, you know, a lot of people will spend time saying, oh, I want to have this, and oh, I want to do this, and oh, I want to travel here, and this and this and this, going back to what I said earlier, but they'll never do the stuff that it takes to do it. And that's kind of coming full circle back up into what I said originally, where are you afraid of success? You know, if you're not in BSN, maybe you are. So, you know, I close in the message with, you know, all that stuff, it's pretty short, you know. And then I said, go ahead and watch it now. That's a call to action. And I make sure to, you know, put that in big letters so people can see it. And then again, I say it's pretty short. And the reason why you want to say that is because people these days, including myself, we are so, you know, spread thin for time that we don't think we have any time. And the truth is, I am very busy myself. I probably work Monday to Friday on my business and other things, like from, geez, sometimes 7 a.m. to like 2 a.m. the next day. Sometimes like 10 a.m. to 3 or 4 a.m. the next day. It really depends. I try to get a little bit of sleep, you know, here and there. But I really work like 12 to 13 hours a day just on my business and a little bit of other things to really see how many people I can help in the world on each and every given day, you know. And I think if you have that goal, then it shows that, you know, you're a leader and that you want to help people and you want to contribute to the world, which is what I try to do on a daily basis. So with that being said, I think that should sum up copywriting in a pretty good chunk amount of time. We probably spent about 15 minutes here, maybe more, probably 17 actually. But I want to wrap it up. I don't want this to be a huge, long, boring video where, you know, you're like just tired of watching it and you don't want to come back and watch my other ones. Tomorrow I have something super, super important that I'm going to share with you. I don't know when the email will go out. Actually, it's probably going to be off the cuff. Maybe if I get home late in the evening, I'll probably send it off then. But it's something you really want to take a look at, because what I'm working on right now is something that I mean, I really can't tell you much about it because it's still something that's like, I guess I'm kind of under like a non-disclosure. It's like on a pre-launch level where, you know, if you happen to have found a link that I don't even, my Aweber has so many links, but if there's a link in there that, you know, you like, I mean, not you like, if you got the link by accident, you're lucky. And this guy I talked to earlier, Jesse, if you're watching this, shout out, man. Then, you know, if you're lucky, you got the link. But I don't think I have many in there. So anyway, you definitely want to watch my video tomorrow, because I'm gonna talk to you about something very important over the next few days, and you do not want to miss that. I mean, this is something that could really change your life in the next 30 days to being where you want to be financially, and, you know, with your loved ones, maybe finally having that breakthrough that you've been waiting for. So with that being said,